never walk this road, then you can talk shit. Gambling with my life, but I refuse to go for nonsense. This the life I chose, this all I know, ain't many options. About to tell the truth, I make the rules like I'm Fleece Johnson.
Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. What's up, Fleece?
Hey, it is what it is, man.
That's right.
It's a whole lot of things. What's up? Yeah.
We're going to get right into it. Fleece, I wanted to ask you a question. Like I said, I usually ask questions. Somebody done asked me, I done read somewhere. So everybody talks about prison like it's violent, which it is, but nobody talks about the control. Like, prison is just not about punishment. You learn to control your tone, your face, your reaction time, and your breathing. How important is that to control your tone and your facial expressions and your breathing? And your reaction time on when to explode and when not to?
Well, I was what they call compulsive.
Compulsive?
Compulsive. Yeah, that's how I was. It's like I react without thinking. It ain't until I done did the damage that I'm getting punished for that I'm now saying, man, why I do this shit? I'll fuck them. Stuff like that. But I didn't want control. I didn't want control of me. I was in a situation where it was so violent that I say the only way I'm gonna survive in her is no control, buddy. No beyond control.
But doesn't that make you weaker?
No.
Because I can make you just clock out and go off and you're going to be in the hole or you're going to extend your time. I got you. If you can't control yourself.
No, on stuff like that. Is that the type of control you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have it to survive. You got to have an element of control, man. Because I remember one guy, I got him tasered. I got him tasered one day because I knew he couldn't control himself, right? They went in his, he kept on, he came on my walk and he was a big man. He's a big black dude, a big mouth. I said, man, won't you shut up, punk? We trying to sleep in her. And all that shit. So he got to run his mouth. And so I said, look, I'm going to deal with him like this. I waited till the guard came on the wall. I said, here come a guard on the wall. Raise your voice to him, punk. So I got quiet. So him and the guard was talking. He said something to go about. So when the guard was leaving the walk, I kicked the door like that. And that's against the rule in the hole to kick the doors, right? Because they open electronically, right? And to fuck up all the shit.
Yeah.
The guard said, you better not kick that door no more. So I just got my voice. I said, just get off the wall, punk bitch. So he thought it was dude. He thought dude did it, right? So he went off the wall, and the lieutenant come on the wall, big black lieutenant, Lieutenant Cowles. He was mean too. He said, turn around and be handcuffed. You ain't gonna be kicking this goddamn door. He said, I didn't kick the door. But fuck you, you black son of a bitch. He said, get his black ass. So they sprayed him with mace and shit. When they brought him out of the cell, he said, put him against the wall. And the guard was holding an electric shield. This thing shoots out like 100,000 volts electricity. And the guard was holding him. And the lieutenant said, if he turns, I even move his head, shock him. This is like 20 times what a taser gun will do. This is shooting some real shit up in you, right? It'll make a gorilla lay down, a lion, a tiger, anything. It will. So he was up against the wall. Now, this part you talking about control, he didn't have control. I knew he didn't. I said, I got this punk. I said, look at you up against the wall, bitch. You know, God got y'all, your ass all poked out and shit. I said, yeah, and you got a nice ass too, punk. And I dare you turn around and say, fuck you, nigga. I dare you, I know the God. Even I already told him, if he turns, hit it. I said, yeah, I'm going to jack off on you. And nigga turned around like that, go and hit him hard, man. He went to the goal. I said, then I'm going to disguise my voice again to make the guards go crazy. I said, he got his goddamn hand loose, break his goddamn neck. All that shit, his hands was loose. All that shit, right? So they think, I said, and they started punching him and all this shit, right? And his hands were handcuffed and shit, right? So I made him clock that. So when they got done, he was begging, oh, sir, yes, sir, all this old shit, right? And, cause that big black dude was on him. He said, I break your goddamn neck, boy, you and me. Yes, sir, yeah, all that shit, right? He said, we're gonna let you up. Because any disturbance. And so they let him up, put him back in his cell, in the strip cell, left him in naked and shit, right? He didn't do nothing else. But I seen people with parole. Motherfucker got me like that. I had 3 times. I had parole and ready to go home. I didn't have to do 40 years. I had many opportunities to go home.
And why did
I
you
lost
go?
control, man. I didn't have that control. You do something to me, I'm gonna do it back. I'm not gonna what?
That was more important than going home?
To me it was.
Did you have anything to go home to?
No, I didn't.
That was the problem.
Yeah, I ain't have shit to go home to. Ain't nobody come and visit me or nothing, man. I ain't got no kids. No, fuck it, man. I ain't shit. Or you do something to me, man, I'm gonna do it back.
Over time, they said the body forgets how to relax. When you was in prison, did you ever get to relax? Because you was there for a long time. I'm pretty sure you got used to it. Did you relax?
Yeah, I used to relax every time I closed my eyes. I had a gift. And I think that's what got me through prison and all the pain. I had a gift where I could shut my eyes like this. And next thing you know, I could put myself anywhere I want to be in the world, man. I could be anybody I want and actually go through a whole, like a big movie thing, man. And I can actually see it and feel it like I'm there, right? And I used to hate open my eyes and look up and see these prison walls and bars and hear all that bullshit talk they talking. And that's why I used to get high, man. I used to get high and lay back and just shut my mind and all this shit. They people had me in wintertime, strapped to a bed, a concrete bed. Man, I'm talking about it was ice on the inside. And I'm in there laughing. So this big nurse, she came by the door, she said, Mr. Johnson. I said, what, bitch? Do you know where you at? I said, yeah. I'm in a hole. Changed up to a bed. She said, open the door. They opened my door, she coming out. I'm coming in to check your, oh, it's cold. And when she talked, you can see the steam come out of their mouth and stuff. You know, that's how cold it was in there. And I'm butt naked, strapped to a damn bed, and I'm in there laughing, right? You know, and she said, these cuffs is on too. She said, can you move your finger? I said, which way you want me to move them? How you did me with the screws? That's the one that got them screws out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, she said, No, he's freezing. I said, man, I'm all right. They left.
Why you say you was all right?
Because I was. I want them to get the fuck out of there. So I could close my eyes and go back into that dream that I was in, right? You know, take my man from his pain. This shit is cold for real, right?
So you trained yourself not to feel.
To feel that, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't feel it. I had so much joy. The joy override the pain, man. And I had just produced so much joy. I mean, sometimes I just think about something that makes me laugh every time I think about it. It could be a person, a joke, or whatever. And I can add to it, right? And it just filled me with joy, man. And I survived. That's why they didn't have a history of me being in the hospitals and shit, man. Shit.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. It had to be a time where you was about to go over the cliff. It had to be. You got close. What pulled you back from going crazy, like losing your mind completely?
God, I always told myself it. Shit they was doing to me, I have never seen it done to nobody. It was cruel, brutal. But I knew one thing. This thing we doing is about shit, get your lick back. That's how where I growed up and somebody, it ain't over till you get your lick back. And every time I get my lick back, they won't get their lick back off of that lick. And I get mine back off the end of the wheels turn, right? But your question was again?
What stopped you from going over the cliff?
What stopped me from going over is that I realized, man, I'm not gonna lose it. I said my battles is fought like I either win or I break even.
What part? How close was you going over the cliff when you came up with that? How close was you? Like, man, I'm going crazy in here.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple of times.
No, from you.
Yeah, from me.
Okay.
When I go over the cliff, my goal over the cliff would be like, I'm not gonna do me, but I'm ready to die, right? I'm ready to die right now. I'm ready to go out. Just like when I threw that 3-gallon bucket of bleach in that girl's face that I boarded for 4 hours. I sat there and watched his face peel off, man. At that time, yeah, I was ready to die.
At that point, you was ready to go.
And
what changed?
Shit.
Cause they tried to kill you. So what?
What changed was I saw opportunity. Well, now I don't have to go to that extent, right? Like when I threw it in his face, I'm expecting the goals to run around the thing. I'm expecting them to walk up to my door, turn around, be handcuffed, and shoot a lot of shit. They opened the door first.
What does that mean?
That means, motherfucker, they come to kill. They don't come to back up.
They didn't care about none of that. They was great.
Yeah, we come to kill. So I had a knife and a homemade knife, right? Hit it down there. I told them dudes, and white dude told me, man, don't do this for these, man. Go home, man. You got parole. I said, nah, I'm gonna get that dick sucker, right? And I'm gonna get it. I got it. When I stepped out there in that hallway, I'm waiting on them to run through the crash gate. They opened the crash.
So they already had yours open before they came through the crash gate?
Yeah. They opened mine first to make sure they let me know, don't expect others to run up and say,
yeah, we're going to tear you up.
Yeah, we're going to tear you apart.
Yeah.
So I walked out in the hall, man. I said, I can't get them all right, but I bet you I'll take at least 3 of them up out of here, right? I said, yeah. Man, when they opened that crash gate, it was open. So I'm waiting. I braced myself. I said, here they come. I already tore the toilet off the floor too, right? So this is a battle to the death. This shit is going to the death, right? I said, I see y'all here. This in hell, Fleece Johnson, crazy black son of a bitch, all this shit. Like white boys, like, man, when that motherfucker go come through there and had that dog, he had a big fucking dog, like one of them big fucking Ren 1010 wolf looking K9 shit. And they killed him.
Told the dog to kill you.
Yeah, my cell, they always put me in the last cell, right? Because I like spitting on them and shit. And a lot of girls don't have to pass my cell. You know, they just hand my shit to me like, here's your mail, Johnson. And I'm standing there. That dog was coming in. Here come another dog. Looked like a Rottweiler coming down the hall, right? He was big. Man, I broke in that cell. Now I know I can't shut the door. They fixed that.
You can get in the corner, though.
I grabbed that mattress off that bed, jumped up on that bed, and motherfucker hit that door and slid and then ran in there and came right up on the mattress, trying to get around the mattress. I'm trying to stop him motherfucker from getting me, right? Then here come the guard. They let him loose.
Uh-huh.
He took a billy club and tried to hit my hand to make me drop the mattress so these motherfuckers can get me, right?
Yeah.
That motherfucker, he popped my knuckle one time. I was holding it with this, it hurt like a motherfucker. And I switched the coat the mattress on it, and dog was trying. And one of them knives stuck me in the hip. I hit him back there, right? I forgot all about that motherfucker. I said, oh, goddamn. Like in the hand that he popped, you know, it's getting well now. Then I switched it, done like that, and switched back and pulled it out. I hit one of them dogs, caught him good, right? Hit him hard, man. Pop, pop, pop. And then flipped off the bed, and I hit the other one. Then they go out. He ran out and said he got a weapon. So I peeked around the thing. I said, what the damn dog's at, right? Then there was one by the toilet. When I moved, he got hide. I said, no, I ain't gonna be no hide, motherfucker. I threw the mattress over top of him. You ain't getting out. And I was hitting him like that, right? And then
You killed the prison dog?
Listen, yeah. Let me tell you what I did, though. This is the funniest part. I come out of the cell, right? Cause the guard said I got a weapon, right? The one dog that I stuck at first, I hit him like about 3 times right up, all up in her. He was laying after her in the hallway, right? This other one is by the toilet, right?
Yeah.
This is the Rottweiler thing out there in the hall, right? And he like, I said, that motherfucker's dead. I know he is. But I threw something at him, he ain't gonna trick me, right? I said, how? I threw something, and at toilet, you know, I already took it off the floor, so everyone heard he's out, you know. Picked the toilet over, and I thought I broke it. And I threw a piece out there and hit that motherfucker. He didn't even move. I said, he's on. So I ran out. I said, yeah, now do your front shit. All these white boys, killers and shit. I said, I told you motherfuckers. Y'all there. I grabbed the motherfucker by the leg and ran down the hallway and dragged him.
The dog?
Yeah, the one. And I said, take your son of a bitch, and slung him. And then when I was going running back to the cell, I turned around, I heard a commotion. It was like about 6 guards out there wrestling with one guard, right? He said he killed my fucking dog. You black motherfucker. Oh, he killed my dog. They was wrestling with him. They said, shut the goddamn gate. Shut the gate. And so that gate shut.
With the dog, with the other dog in there with you?
No. The crash gate shut.
No, the other dog. That's the one you grabbed?
No, the one in the hall is what I threw.
Okay, the one.
I'm coming to get this motherfucker,
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
They just shut the crash gate, right?
Yeah.
So I ran and put a piece of that commode shit right there against the bars and shot. I said, they're going to try to shut my door. It's some bitch coming out of her, you know. So I drug him out. And I was holding him up like I was like, All them girls was down on I heard. I jumped, slammed and stomped him and all that shit, kicked him. And then was whooping him like that, jumped on, like I was just crazy, right?
Yeah.
Then I went down like I was biting him and shit. And
just biting the dog?
I was just front like I was,
yeah.
Right? Make me look like I'm just monstrous, right? And she came by luck, you hear me? They almost had my head right there. I'm front, right? Make myself look like a, real super tough motherfucker, right? So they shot them guns on the wall. Boom! That's that big cannon. It's like a 30.
What, rubber balls or something?
Yeah, this motherfucker would tear you up, right? And it sounded like a bomb or something. And I said, whoa, you hear people everywhere. Like, whoa, at the same time, right? And then I ran to the cell, right? And then they said, you got the door stuck with something, Johnson, move it. I said, it's time to, talk your shit now. I said, no, y'all talking about y'all gonna kill somebody. Ain't no motherfucker gonna do shit to me. I ain't gonna shut my door and let y'all just run in her. Pin me up, the door shut, y'all can stand outside the door and kill me. No, it ain't gonna happen. Y'all gonna kill me like this. I'm gonna go out fighting. Hey, Johnson, this is Senior Captain Hendricks. Yes, sir. He's a big dog. He's over all these motherfuckers. Only motherfucker over him is the warden, He said, now give my word, ain't nobody gonna put their hands on you, but we will take you to 15, Walt. And you will go to outside court before you get charged with a crime. I said, damn, they gonna let me live through this shit? I said, boy, now I wanna live, man, right? So I said, I tell you what, I go down there if you can put leg shackles, leg arms on me, but my hand's gonna be loose, man. I said, that's my deal. And I walked out on my word, it won't cause no trouble.
Why is that? So in case they try to do something to you?
Yeah, they try. I got them 2 knives. I still got them, right?
They're not searching you. They just know you stabbed and killed them dogs.
Look, this motherfucker, let me tell you what happened. Hendricks did it. He already knew it was going to the death. He didn't want it to go there. They were just wanting to fight because I done put one of them in a hospital, right? So, he go up, put them on me, open my door, I walked out. They told all them other girls, back up, back up. I ain't have to walk past none of them. He said, y'all back up around the goddamn corner. Then he took me down the steps. He said, what was this all about? I said, I'll tell you about it sometime, man. Right now, I'm trying to see if you got a trick up your sleeve. He said, I ain't got no trick. I'm a straight shooter. You know that about me. Like I said, you're going to get punished for that. You will get some time and all this shit. Put me in the cell. So the guard took the leg shackles off for me, right? And he told this senior captain, are y'all going to search him, strip him? I ain't no more going to do shit. I said, what do you want to do? You get your ass up in the steps, told that guard that. I'll talk to you later. You behave yourself, Johnson. And he left. I said, damn, I got away with that, right? And yeah.
How much time did you get? What
15
charges?
15 years.
That was throwing bleach on the warden or whatever.
Yeah.
How much time did you get for killing the dogs?
No.
You didn't get a crime for it or nothing?
No.
You didn't get a charge?
Our lieutenant, our captain.
For what?
To have the rank to show me that.
To show you the camera?
Yeah.
How many times did they show you the camera?
I never asked about. I asked one time.
Huh?
I asked one time. I was looking for some information on something, right?
Oh, what?
I'm trying to figure out what it was, man.
And they let you see the cameras?
Yeah, God did, man. Took me right in the lieutenant's office. And
what they do is so they can start shit or what? I mean, why would they show you the camera?
Look. You got certain guards that's cool, man. Like he come on and say, John. And you say, yes, sir. You want to be my walk janitor today? You say, yeah. Cause man, it's benefits, right?
Because you get out of the cell?
You get out of your cell and you eat more than anybody.
They take care of you.
They take care of your ass good, right?
Uh-huh.
And you can hustle and shit. And so take a shower every day. If you're in a hole, it's every other day, right?
Mm.
And you on the yard, it can be every day, but yeah, and then you be over in a hole, right? If you ain't in a hole, you on the yard, and they said, yeah, you the janitor, man. It means you can run through on any walk. And they said, hey, Lee John. He said, yeah, man, hold up. I'm talking. Then you go down and what up, man? Hey, look, man, if you can take this little sack of grocery to so-and-so, man, I'll pay you, bro.
So you can hustle easily when
you listen, you telling me. I said, it Gordon always said, we catch a motherfuckers passing anything, you going to the hole, you're going to lose your job, all this shit. And I just found out you was next in line for this job that I got. So
how do you know to gather all that information like that before you even...
Yeah, because guards will tell you. When he bring you
They
out,
just keep shit going.
No, guards will tell you, no, they be truthful with you. He said, I brought you out because I know you're going to get out and do your job, right? You always been straight with me, Lee John. I got, food and all this stuff, and I'm going to treat you good out here. But I don't want you passing nothing. If I catch you passing, I'm going to fire you and you going to the hole, right? He said, okay. And because I had an other guy next in line. He'll tell you that guy right there. He's next in line. And so you say, yes, sir. And he ain't going to bother. He let you do whatever, man. You say, look, man, I do tickets. I don't mind you passing your little sports bets and stuff like that. Little small stuff, but if you see going down the aisle with the big bags and stuff, he said no. He said, okay. So then this guy telling you he wants to pay you to take his, Lee John out. He said, man, I already know you next in line, bro. You trying to set me up to lose my job, man? Come on, Lee John, man. That's all right, bro. I get it. Yeah, get it some other way. But you put the word out what he is, right? The motherfuckers do that a rat. They they rats and shit.
They do anything.
Set you up, all this shit. Motherfucker watch you, then you come out one day, they got a lady, she always coming by your door. Hey, officer, yes? Can I see you? I'm talking. She down on you, say, look, I'll talk to you later. Try to give her a little break. Motherfuckers start hating and shit now, right?
Mm.
She come back. If she go on, yeah, she start liking you. Next thing you know, turn on fire, calling you down. You say, have a seat. Be two of them sitting there like that dressed in suits, right? Now, I ain't gonna play no damn games with you, Lee John. I'm a straight shooter. And I'm gonna tell you what I know. All these is notes. Now, don't try to look at nobody's name. Saying that you having an intimate relationship with a female officer. Then all gonna jump in. Hold on, wait. Oh, that good guy, bad guy. Look, let me talk to you. He said, I ain't gonna tolerate this goddamn shit. He ain't gonna do no but sit here and tell a goddamn, you know what? We gonna fire her goddamn ass. He said, look, nobody's getting fired. Look, and he'll leave, then he'll talk. He said, ignore that son of a bitch right there. He said, now, look, I'm a man just like you, and I know if I was in her, all that old shit, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I would do it, man. I mean, ain't no shame in my game. They'll talk like that, right? Ain't no shame in my game, man. I was somebody. He said, I don't do sissies, but I will get me a woman. And he don't understand. He's a jerk. You know, I know you locked up. You know, I looked at your visitation record. I see you get visits. So-and-so can't see you last month and this and that. I would hit your phone conversations, you know. But I said, this guy's legit, man. He said, but I'm going to tell you what, I admire your style. And I commemorate you on this new catch you just got. Trying to get you to a minute and shit. He said, how did it happen? Did she come to you or you went to her? All that old shit. He said, oh yeah, bitch, I know you fucking a girl. Shit, I would. He said, but I'm gonna be straight with you. It is against the rules and all that, but shit, color pussy, fuck the rules, all that shit. He gonna say, no, you wanna pop? All this shit. And so you be sitting on, man, you ain't saying shit, you just, you know, listening. He said, so tell me, Lee John, what's going on? But before you talk, I refuse to talk. I'm going to tell you this. My word is good. Whatever you tell me, I'm not going to put you in a hole. I'm not going to write you up because, like I said, I would do it. I would do it myself. So you say, yeah, man, I ain't in a relationship with him. All this shit, right? So after all this shit, you know, he's recording this shit, you know, it's being recorded. Mm-hmm. You don't know, though. Hold on. Then he get up, he said, thank you. And then when he get ready to leave, the other one walk in. He said, he's going back to, he said, no, I'm not done talking with him yet. I went and talked to the goddamn warden, and I'm getting to the bottom of it. And so he said, wait a minute, he'll go step out. You be sitting there. I said, dude ain't gonna say nothing. He said he ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gonna put me in a hole. So this dude come back in. He said, turn around, be handcuffed. You said, the other one, right? He said, yeah, you just admitted it. And he said, man, he said, I told you I was gonna put you in a hole, but I can't stop him from doing it. I ain't gonna do it. He said, thank you. And they run game and shit.
Well, with you knowing that, why did you trust him when it came to you having to trust him?
No, when it came to me, here's what they did. I went down on this motherfucker. Hey, they have different ones with different administrations bring their own team in. This motherfucker was a boy, he's a motherfucker. He sat down, he had some balloons on the thing, right? Already blowed up what looked like the nipples were sticking out, right? I ain't think nothing about it. At first I sat down, right? I kind of figured somebody done wrote a note on me or something, right? It's going through my head while I'm down there. I ain't no dummy, Mm-hmm. I don't talk to you unless a motherfucker done wrote a note on you. Mm-hmm. Or they done spotted something, right? So he come in, grabbed one of the balloons, pitched it over, right? I caught it like that. He said, catch this one. He said, what did they remind you of all this shit, right? I said, what?
Balloons with the little nipple pointing
yeah.
out. Mm-hmm.
He said, what it remind me? He said, you see the nipples? I put them on the desk. I already know what it is now, right? I got to stand my ground, right? This is true. This is true. So he said, well, I got some letters from reliable sources. Said you had a female officer titties out of her uniform, sucking her nipples. I say, man, everybody know me, man, that I fuck ass, suck ass, make ass, all this shit. I said, this is what I do. I said, I'm not even interested in a woman. When have I ever been interested in a woman? I said, she got balls. Now, the ones you said I sucked her nipple, for what? He done like it. Looked at me real hard. He said, get out of my office, right? So I walked out, I'm mad in the motherfucker. He got some rats on my motherfucking walk, right? I'm finding out who these motherfuckers is, right? On my motherfucking walk, well, I treat that whole walk good, bro. Every motherfucker got cigarettes, every motherfucker eat every night. It ain't no hungry motherfuckers on my walk, man. Motherfuckers ratting on me like that, so I'm like, she came to work that day, that night too. I said, I'm gonna see if they done talk to her yet, right? She walked past, made her rounds. You know, you gotta make rounds first when you come on, make sure everybody in their field. Go back after her, write down your number, call her up front, give your number, and everybody on the other walls give their number. Then they'll holler, count's clear, you'll hear it come over the thing. So now, you can take your cut off, you can start your little job, look through your little folder, see who been acting up and who ain't. So then here she come. Hey. I said, what's up? She said, I brought you some food. I said, I don't want it. I said, look, let me tell you what happened. So I told her everything. She said, damn. She said, I know I ain't gonna be here long. I said, what? She said, cause I'm too nice. I said, walk down and tell me if you see somebody with their mirror, you know, like in the door. She said, okay. You know, she walked down. So she gave me 3 cells, right?
Who you thought had something to do with it, talent?
Yeah. Their mirrors were set in their bars where they can see down. Spine, what you got your mirror out for me? Now I can say, well, they got the mirror out because she fine and shit. They ain't seen a woman ass. She got ass like a black girl. She's a fine motherfucking white girl. And she, I said, you know, yeah, I would look too at her. You know, motherfuckers be looking, jacking off and shit, right? And so, I said, but I need a little more information than that, right? So, I told her everything, just go after. I said, they're going to be coming through her, seeing what you doing, right? I said, why don't you go on and perform a couple of shakedowns and shit, right? Say, just make up something. Say you thought you smelled some goddamn marijuana. You want this fucking whole thing shook down. I said, you know, show them that you one of them, right? She went out there and she did a lot of shit, man. I said, damn, she did too much, man. They were going through everybody's shit. And so.
What don't you? Let me ask you this: don't that sound like you snitched? If you told her to do it?
Yeah, it sounds like it, but it ain't.
Yeah, it is. You told the police to shake everybody down. That's snitching.
No, to get heat off of her.
I know, but it's snitching. You told her to do it.
Yeah, I did.
Just like the dudes gave your name or you having sexual relations with them.
Well, that's the point. I ain't gonna take that point away. Yeah, I agree.
Now the reason why I said because most
I agree.
Most inmates that I be seeing, they'll say that they're against the snitching, but they snitch when it's their opportunity to
Yeah,
take
but it
advantage
ain't
of something.
snitching when they do it.
Right.
Cause I asked somebody and I said, what's a rat, man? I said, give me the definition. You motherfuckers talk about rats, give me the definition of a rat. What is a rat? Can anybody tell me what's a goddamn rat? What makes a person a rat? Oh, when you tell on somebody.
Hold on, go. No, I didn't mean to get you off your story, but you said she did too much. Go back to that.
Yeah.
You told her to shake everybody down, but she went too far with it.
Yeah,
What did she do?
She you know, I told her how to contain it, right? She went through
They went through a full.
she was telling them motherfuckers that motherfuckers had it was she saw a needle on the floor. Somebody got, you know, like a dope needle. Somebody done swept it in, and she had a lot of motherfucking shit. They was tore up, man. You hear me? And them girls, man, they brought the nastiest motherfuckers crew in that you could bring in. Motherfuckers that got them hawk eyes, right? They can look at your appliance and tell it's out there, right? So they came off every walk with bags and bags of appliances and headphones that motherfuckers done out there and brought off the yard and took TVs and shit wrapped up. Motherfuckers sitting there watching the walls and shit now, right? And mad. And then the motherfuckers that had over the limit of groceries just took all their groceries, right? You know, you're gonna have to show receipt for this. It's confiscated.
Mm.
You know, motherfuckers in the hustle, right? Went all in on shit, right? And motherfuckers sitting there with 80, 90 boxes of cigarettes, right? They taking all this shit, right?
It's a lot of money.
So, yeah, it happened. It took all the heat off.
Did it? But they didn't know it was you that told her?
No. She became a lieutenant. 3 months later, they made her a lieutenant. And
was you still messing with her?
Yeah. That motherfucking IED. Now this is what made me stop. See, I'm still mad over this shit that she did, right?
Why? What you have in yours?
But she.
What did you have in your cell when she did that? You was on the same walk.
I always have people hold my shit, right?
But they took theirs.
Took all my shit too, right?
Damn.
But look, I just in this cell house, right? But I had like 2 other cell houses that I'm doing business in. Like if I see you, you cool, you from Louisville, what's up, Lee John? I said, what he got you at? He said, man, I'm over here for a cell house. I said, man, it's a lot of money over it, bro. I said, if you want to, I like to open the business over and you run the business, right? You know, you be able to eat and all this shit, man. You know, and make your own money and shit too, man.
And he ain't get no visitors, getting no money from home. And
yeah, none of that shit, man. So you said, yeah, man.
Yeah.
True that. So I bring you all the groceries and shit you need, show you how to do it, show you how to take a book, a Bible, and put shit in your Bible, right? Like, you know, you're doing Bible verses, but you're keeping tabs on who owed you and all this shit, right?
What, in codes?
Yeah, code shit, right?
Yeah.
And so you got all that. So you grab your Bible when you want to know who owed you, right? He owed this is what he owed this. Yeah, shit abbreviated, you know. And so that motherfucker, you know, took it and ran with it, man, and almost took over that whole building over. That motherfucker was rolling this shit, right? Everything. I said, look at you, bro. I said, man, police, man. He said, man, I sent my little girl money and shit home, man. I be sending her money home, man. I said, for real. I said, you send it to her mama too? He said, man, fuck that bitch, man. I send it to my mama and she take it to my kids. You know, all this shit. So I said, good, bro. So I'm still mad at her, you know, over this shit. Now she became a lieutenant. So now when she turned lieutenant, She done turned the switch inside of her now.
She ain't even messing with you no more.
Yeah, she come with that. She said, Mr. Johnson. I said, where is he at? She said, how you doing, Mr. Johnson? I said, oh, you talking to me, you know.
What she usually call you?
Fleece.
Oh, okay. Now you Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, all this shit, right?
It's professional now.
Yeah, all this professional shit. I said, what's with this Mr. Johnson shit? She said, you see my boss? I said, oh, you a lieutenant. I already knew, though. Not making like I'm... So, congratulations. She said, thank you for advancing my career. I said, for advancing your career? She said, yes. I said, look.
Oh, she played you.
I said, look.
Like a violin. She played you like a violin.
She said, hey. I said, what? She said, you know, I'm getting ready to try to go for captain. I said, you probably have to wait another 2 years for that. She said, not if I had your help. I said, what? She tell me something, what's going on? I said, what's going on with what? Come on, Fleece, you know everything. I said, look, I'm going to show you who I am now. See, you didn't get to see it back in. I told you I came out of the hole and all this shit. She said, you are what? I said, I mean, I spit in her face. I said,
Why you do that? She hadn't told you y'all wasn't messing around no more?
Yeah. No, she tried to make me, you see what she did? She telling me, I want you to be my rent.
You had already been there.
Nah, I was trying to help her.
I know, but you was being her ret at that time.
Yeah, but I didn't want to be in it like being it.
Yeah, you was being it.
You don't understand, man.
You was. You was already. You was already.
Look,
they called you Stuart Little in there.
Boy, let me tell you something. I asked people what was a rat. And they said somebody tells on somebody. I said, I told my mama on my brothers and sisters growing up. I said, is that rat? They said, no, it ain't like that. I said, what is it like? You know, when somebody, they get in trouble and got to go to court. And I said, oh, so when we file lawsuits in here against the guards and take them to court and say they did this to us and did that to us, and if they get found guilty, yeah, it's criminal. They gonna get punished like a criminal. Is that right? They said, no. I said, what about when you file a grievance against a guard? I filed a grievance against a guard. He went in my cell. He did this and that. He read my mail. And he's harassing me, all this shit. And if he get found guilty, he's gonna get punished. So, they tell him. I said, you know what? I'm telling all you motherfuckers in here, with me, I don't live by your little bullshit codes. I know the meaning behind shit, right? And it is what it is with me. As said enough. It is what it is with me. All you motherfuckers running around talking about what you ain't, you are. You are exactly what you said you don't like.
That's what you was doing.
Yeah, well, okay. And then, I just like gay stuff. There was a time, I remember a time, first, some years while I was locked up, I had a reputation to talk against gay people, right?
When you first got in there?
Yeah, I was man, my mouth was bad, man.
Usually
Man,
what they say.
they wouldn't even fuck with me. I gone over and fuck with them.
No, I'm saying, I'm gonna let you finish, but usually they say the people that are more angry against them are the one that's probably doing it. That's what they call it. That's what they say about it.
Yeah, because they feel threatened by them.
So you was the same
So
way.
when you see a gay person and you know you done did some hidden gay shit in your past, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they a threat. They motherfuckers, they can see your shit in you, right?
Mm.
So when you see something, it's like somebody knowing your secret, right? You know, people kill over secrets and shit, right? I knew people, like I told you, came out of penitentiary. I knew he was a girl and all. Knew he sucked dicks, he got passed around, all this shit. Got out, went to another city, Wisconsin. That's what it was. And then another dude, he went up and got married, man. Found him a badass woman. Her whole family just looked at him like he was Prince Andrew or some motherfucker, right? And they embraced it. He never told him he been locked up. I in Kentucky and all that shit. He had his shit right, man. That girl married him. He had kids by her. Kids going to school and he doing everything, you know, like a daddy and all this. Then this other dude get out of prison and end up in Wisconsin. A motherfucker that knew it, right? That done fucked him and he done sucked his dick, all this shit. And he didn't know when he saw dude, he's like, cause he told me. He said, I'm just tell you how it was. He said, when I saw this motherfucker, he said, you know how he ran his mouth in there. Cause I'm doing 40 years, I get to see motherfuckers get out and come back, get out 2-3 times, come back. And they talk to me, tell me their experience, what went on. And so he tell me, he said, look, when I saw this motherfucker, he said, you know how he run his mouth in here? He'll just tell everybody his business and shit. He said, I knew I had to do what I did. He said, hey, he said, I gave him money, man. I gave him $1,500, you know, to trust me, right? He said, I gave it to him right there. Man, I'm glad to see you, man. I'm gonna help you, you know, out while you up here. And all this shit, and dude was like, damn. You know, he wasn't even on the gay shit. I said, did he, you know, you done sucked his dick and shit. I said, you know you did, cause I remember when y'all was fucking around hard. I said, he come to you like that? He said, no, he didn't. He said he was like telling me he was proud of me and all this. He said, but I know him, Fleece. You know how he runs his mouth. I know he's gonna let these people know. So I asked him, how long? He said he's gonna live up here. Shit, bullshit. I said, so you didn't tell your wife that you know, was gay and you was a girl and all this shit? He said, no. They don't even know I even been to prison. I said, oh my God. I said, so what you do? He said, man, I got that motherfucker in the car. He said, I took him down there. He said, they got a little lake area, right? Told me that's why I come and meditate and all this shit. And he asked me what I was doing with you know, with this. He said, I had a hammer. He said, one of them big ones.
Sludge hammer?
Yeah. And so he said, what you doing with that? He said, man, I told him, man, I always come there. He said, I got a little thing right here where I put my little thing, you know, and I put my little sausage. He said, man, it's cold. He said, yeah. I said, what did he say? He said, man, he's with it, man. So I had him hold a stick. He said, I told him I put 3 on the man up and all this shit. Then I put my little pot on there and we eat. He said he was holding it. And I popped him in the head, man. I said, then what? He said, Fleece, I beat his head off. I didn't even want this motherfucker to be recognized. I said, so you weren't wearing no gloves or nothing? He said, no. He said, I was straight on all of this. he said, but some motherfuckers saw me. He said, when I came up from, he said, somebody that saw me must visit that area. You know, they got real campers and shit.
Yeah.
This motherfucker took him to that area, and he wasn't even used to that area. And he said, yeah, man. I said, so how you end up back in Kentucky?
Because that was in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said, man, the time I picked up, he said, I had time probated. Well, if I commit a crime during that period of time, I gotta go do that time first, then come back here and do the time I got here. You know. I said, so, I said, what now? He said, shit. He said, I'm getting ready to let my hair down. I'm getting ready to do my thing like I did it before. I said, oh, you gonna get that ass fucked, that shit. You know, all this shit. But it was some weak ass shit. How you even want to respect some shit like that? You know? Yeah, and I read a book in prison. When I started reading them, I learned how to read and write in prison. Old Mac Bowling. I used to read all his series. It's Mac Bowling.
Why did you just cover your face up, your mouth up?
Cause it made me think about something, man. When we talk about them dogs.
Oh, you was gonna say something else?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go with this. You read a book about what?
Mac Bowling.
Mm-hmm.
And he described the people that he's going after as charging K9s. Here come 2 K9 German Shepherds.
You was defending yourself though, but go ahead.
And what you don't do is compromise or try to talk to them. How can you talk to a dog that is under command to kill, right? And so, me, that's the way I looked at it. These motherfuckers brought these dogs inside the penitentiary. They didn't make a case out of it because, you know why, it was illegal to even have the dogs in them. Is to bring them in or to sick them on somebody.
That's why you wasn't charged then.
Yeah, I wasn't charged and can't be.
And plus it would have been self-defense.
Yeah, it was. Because they sent them dogs on a kill command to kill me. They went against all procedures and policies, man. And went against the law and everything. So it wouldn't stood in court. But I threw them motherfuckers down the hall to him, take his son with you. And then all the inmates was like, damn, y'all see what he did? And I felt good. I said, you know what? Ain't no need to get weak now. So when they took me to court, you know, after I was indicted, I go to outside court. And I'm standing there in this country court room, and that judge come out, old judge. Look like he been judged for 30-something years. He said, read the charges. He said, Your Honor, he's been charged with, you know, first degree, you know, assault, you know, and against an officer of the Commonwealth, all this shit. And the judge said, how you plead guilty or not? I said, I'm guilty, Your Honor. Yeah, I did it. I said, and I fuck him. I said, if I got another chance, I said, I'm mad that I didn't really take him out. So I plead guilty. And he said, well, the prosecutor, they said, they want to offer you 15 years. I said, I'll take it. Salute you. And left. So when I come back to the prison, they had me on that 15 wall. So at nighttime, I heard a water running a long time out there. I said, somebody running that hot water out there. They get me kind of, you know. Get me.
Yeah.
So I had a mattress and I was holding it. When the gate opened, I was holding the mattress. I said, because they got a wall right here, bricked It's a brick wall. Then you come to the door of my cell. Then there's another door that goes over. I mean, they hit me in a bad motherfucker, right? But I'm like, yeah. And dude came around through it. One of them guards. Through my bucket full of boiling water, right? And I said, you miss. That's that one I could never get, that big teeth motherfucker, man. He was so slick, man. He said, his teeth out like that. He said, if I'm always dead, Johnson, we gonna pay. I said, I'm gonna get you, big teeth bastard. And he came around the corner, I tried to stab him, you know, with a little knife I had, right? And he knocked it out of my hand, right? And kicked it away with his boots. And then brought man, I didn't see how his big teeth, but he brought a knife out so quick and almost cut my arm, right? He went like that, just barely missed me, man. I felt like he hit the hairs on it or something, right? But he messed around and dropped it. And I died on the floor trying to reach through there and grab it, and he took his big ass boot and stomped my hand, right? And he picked it up. I said, man, I never could get him back, man. That's the one that caught me when I tried to escape.
Yeah.
And he had to dress it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That motherfucker. But he was good, man. But you gotta have control if you want out. Getting in prison is easy. Getting out is hard.
Hey, Fleece, man, you talked about something one day about men that do homosexuality and then come home, and you talked about it earlier today too, and they'll come home and they'll be this man, act like they never did anything in prison. And you said one time before, you know, they put you in this prison with all these men, and then they expect your desires to disappear, and they don't.
Right.
They get redirected.
Yeah.
Testosterone don't shut down because you in there. They call it situational homosexuality is the name they got. So they said sex inside prison is not only about desire. Sometimes it's about control, protection, status, survival, and transactional exchanges. And you've talked about transactional exchanges before.
Now, all these educational medical words or wherever the fuck they get these words at, you got people try to categorize shit, right? And give it a name, right?
Right.
You read a name you call
situation. Hold on. Situational homosexuality. Because you're in there is the only reason why you're doing
situational. Man, fuck that. I got one term I use. It's called fucking ass, right? You know, you either fuck ass or you don't, right? Situationality and reality. Man, I ain't with that, man. I'm just.
If you gay, you gay is what you're saying.
Yeah, you gay, you
right.
fuck ass, right? People can call it. Here's what I call. Here's how they was calling gay in penitentiary. They call gay is like somebody that just want to just be with a woman. I mean a man, right? Here's a dude, his desire is just for a man. So he's gay, he's queer, he's, this and that. Now, the people that just fuck ass, I get their dick sucked, they consider themselves as just, doing what they do, fuck ass, right? But I ain't gay. That's how they put it. And because they don't see themselves as gay because they don't put a man above a woman. And like, well, I was in a situation now, maybe you're right about that category. They're in a situation now where they ain't got a woman. And they got somebody
but don't you have to be gay to do it? Even if you in prison, you still have to be gay. I don't see how you do that and you're not gay.
Man, gay is, like I said, in prison terms, gay means gay. It means you prefer a man over a woman. In period. Whether you in prison or out of prison, you're going to keep it real on that term. That is what they call gay. Now, people that, even the real gay people that is like that prefers a man over a woman and see themselves as a woman, or as somebody that likes other people to be their woman. And now they consider themselves as gay, right? Now the people that just come into prison and then after a couple years or 8 or 9 years or however long it takes, don't take that long. I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt. You don't take it, man. You would think it take 8 or 9, man. These coming out, they hot bodies. They come in here, these prison, man, ready to get their nuts off, all this stuff. When you in a double bunk, you'll feel it, right? Somebody jacking off, you got a boom, boom, boom. Hey, man. All right, Dick. Some respect, man. Do that in the bathroom or in the shower. They can't call people always. And then sooner or later, they doing it.
They break.
Yeah, they going in.
But don't that mean they were gay?
Man.
I can't.
You still missed it.
Yeah, I done missed it because I
They
can't.
don't see, take for instance, you go to a strip club, real women.
Mm-hmm.
You fuck one.
Mm-hmm.
You go home to your wife or girlfriend. And as far as you concerned, what I did, I just did it at the spur of the moment, man. I just saw an opportunity right then. I did it, but this ain't gonna be.
But you was still cheating though.
You don't see it as cheating.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You still gonna see it as cheating.
But you see it as I.
Okay.
I'm not a cheater, man. I just did it at the moment, man. I love
I
my
can see
wife.
that. I can see that.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
And shit like that. So in prison, you got motherfuckers.
That's different though.
Yeah,
it's different
motherfuckers
there.
come in. Well, you said, man, it ain't no harm. I fuck his ass, right?
That's gay.
Well, that's what they don't see it as gay.
Obviously not, because
but I believe they do, because if they didn't see it as gay, why can't you talk about it?
Right, I agree, but they wouldn't call themselves gay at that point.
No, they wouldn't. Cause when they get out of prison, they going for a real woman, and anybody that know anything about what they did, they wish they keep it quiet, right?
Yeah.
Or they'll keep
Probably.
it quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll kill you over that shit.
Did you know it was a law called PREA?
What's that?
Prison Rape Elimination Act.
No, see, in prison we don't listen to that shit.
No, I'm just saying. That's why I'm asking you.
Never.
They actually have a prison law that's called PREA, Prison Rape Elimination Act. And the reason why I'm saying is people talk about what you may have done in prison. And again, I want to say this again because I'm still thrown off by this. How people judge you primarily based on your prison sentence, your prison time, still floors me today. I still don't understand that. There's nobody else in this world that we judge based primarily on them, how they serve their time in prison.
Well, I can explain that.
And then we'll get out of here.
Then you can go through the history from the biblical days all the way up to now. The demands of people, right? The things that they believe in, right? And you sit back and say, how could somebody believe in something like this, right? They used to believe that the world was round, flat, and all this stuff. And then the ones that crucified Jesus, now he done show these people proof right in their face who he was, right? What he can do. you know, and he's backed up by all the prophecies. He fulfilling everything in the prophecies. And even the devils that he cast out of people, they spoke. We know who you are. They knew who he was. But common sense people sat there and told him, no, you ain't, man. You know, you're a liar, you're a devil. And they called him everything back out. But look, how people believe in Trump. How did people, what did it take for people to believe in Hitler to do his work, to kill all them people and stuff, right? The minds of the people, right? In the hands of somebody evil, right? So how people judge me, hey, I understand it's not everybody. It's a certain type of people, man. These are the same people, when they crucified Jesus, they said his blood be on us and on our children. Throughout generations, they cursed, right? They gonna do the same thing as their forefathers did, right? Make up stories on people, insinuate stuff on people, believe a lie, right? And it's gonna take them out, right? And so, them are the ones that go to church and come out of church and say, everybody's sin. You sin. You know, they know they can't stop. They know they cannot stop doing nothing bad, right? And so, and when they judge me, you know, he's the one that raped 100 and something million. Oh, now they say 50. Now they say just one. Now, I don't know. Nobody got no proof or nothing, man. But people out there believe it.
They do, and Vlad came out, just to let you know, Vlad came out and he wrote this crazy stuff about the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion and Jay-Z situation on how Jay-Z paid off the judge and jury. And then he, you know, came back and said that he was just trolling, and that he was proving a point, proving you can tell anybody anything on the internet, and they'll believe certain millions will believe it. But at the same time, he talks about what you supposedly did in prison, and he can't prove it. And he had Lil Woody on there, and he told Lil Woody about him. The first thing Lil Woody said was, "Do you have proof?" Of course, he couldn't show him no proof. So he says, we did some research, which is a lie. Yeah. And he couldn't show Lil Woody no proof. And he said, well, now this is what he's going to now. Well, if you look at his videos, he tells you in the videos. That's not what you were saying at first. Yeah. But what do you think about him lying on that Jay-Z thing, then coming back saying that he only did it to troll? Because he's an attention whore. He got to be. But what you think comes out of that as a platform as big as his to try to troll, telling a whole bunch of lies and then saying, oh, I was just playing. I was just showing y'all.
I watched his video. He talked about his career, how he was a DJ master, and he won awards and all that. He traveled around the world, man. And then he got off into YouTube, man. And then he learned that you can take a story and lie on somebody, and if you can make it go viral, you can make big money off of it, right? So he selectively picked and chose who he can lie on and make it go viral, right? And he found me. And he took my story, edited and changed it and all that, and went viral. And he even bragged about it. In this latest thing he put out, he bragged about it. He go viral once a month, man. He'll find somebody's life that ain't bad, you know, and he'll make it look like they done done all kinds of shit and make people look down on this person, man. And people is paying him for his lies, man.
You know, some it's
That's hit below the belt.
Yeah, we can get out of here in a minute, but you know, some it's the one of the biggest things I respect you on is you refuse to dig down in the dirt with these guys, man. I'm usually bringing it up once I see it. Or if you see it, we'll talk about it, and you don't even like really putting it on video.
No.
But you know, that's why that's why a lot of these guys got to have all this security and all that, because they talk about other people.
They cowards, man. They get up on these videos and lie on people and say shit they know they shouldn't say, man. Just to make $1, bro. Just to go viral. I got best content and all this. And they got all this. Everywhere I done been on these, man, they got security, man. Why? They live in gated community. You know, scared to death. You know, scared to death.
Can't go to the corner store by themselves.
I'm not, they can't even walk to the store by themselves or nothing. Scared to death. I'm not like that. I ain't scared of no motherfucker. Nobody. You know, I don't need, no matter how much money I make or whatever, nigga, I don't want no security nigga, nothing around me, man. Following me everywhere I go. I can't go to the bathroom, nigga, follow me standing outside. What do you want? Jack me out? Get the hell away from me. I'm that type. I can handle my own, bro. You know, I don't need no team or nobody with me. I'm a team. Yeah, I am.
We'll put somebody. We'll put somebody with you just because I know somebody's trying to make content. But anyway, man, y'all have a good evening.
Yeah, out.
Peace.